by the way, I started streaming, so please chill on racist shit. If there's any, I'm just saying, I'm not saying y'all, I'm not saying we're racist. I'm just saying chill in case. But anyways,
Nah, I play console on mobile.
There's
I enjoy mobile more.
Like you guys don't like, bro. When I tried to play Naruto, you guys can't afford it. And I don't mean, I'm not trying to be a dick. And I tried playing Call of Duty, you guys can't afford it. Most of you don't have PC, anything like that. Arena of Valor is good for us. Arena of Valor is good for us because it is free. I'm being honest with you. I'm not even trying to be like a smart. I'm being sincere right now. Like I know that I would totally, I guess, neuter the people who are watching me right now, even though they don't farm bits for free on Twitch while watching 30-second ads up to 1 to 10 times a day, earning in between $1 to $8 a day. But I'm just saying, I'm aware of these things, bro, and I don't want to alienate you guys. I think, and that's why sometimes I do jump back and forth to like One Piece, like shitty One Piece.
Don't you always play Overwatch?
But I mean, not all. I mean, but that I enjoyed that. Like, and I'm hoping you guys will enjoy it with me though, and you don't. Like, and I can't make the fact that I enjoy that game the most out of everything that I do. Like, it's not. It's what I do. It's what I enjoy. The stream's up, by the way. Oh, what's his name? Kha'Zix? Not Kha'Zix. Yo, who's that little monkey? Oh, there you go. It says it on the side. Monkey is... Bro, they're team fighting from the giddy up, Banana. They're like... We need to learn, bro.
Quite well into the Yorn, so they were potentially going to lose both lanes here. So they opted
to. But look, they're playing on like an
bro, they have picks and everything, bro. This is crazy.
With this much farm, they've just wiped that bottom quadrant of the jungle twice in a row. Zane is doing very well for gold.
Zane is almost.
They're literally just team fighting the whole time.
Yeah. And that's because, once again, we talked about that early game invade. They get 3 buffs.
And Monkey's dead? Oh, never mind.
That's 3 of the golems. Now they'll get a 4th. That's an insane amount of...
Bro, they have literally kept them from getting golems. Golems. Well, I guess it's golems because they get tons of gold for killing them.
No, bro, I just woke up. I'm hungry, bro.
No, that's no way to catch up in pure jungle right now.
Why aren't they fighting?
They are fighting. They already killed them. The guys in red, they already murdered them. Oh, he's dead. He's out of position.
Which is exactly what they're doing right now and taking all the splash damage from Kali and...
Is that Violet? Yeah, that's Violet. Bro, they have awesome skins. Look at that. Oh! There's Malik.
Down with the cleave. Zune in the back as well. Way overextended.
Then they got Xeno.
Vengeance with the shock of a lifetime.
That was just such a silly fight to take. Granite, they should not have rotated down towards the bottom of the map and gone for an aggressive push. And if you do go for an aggressive push, fine. Maybe you need a pick to stabilize things, but it cannot be an aggressive pick onto the...
Bro, this is awesome to watch.
Beginnings is just too tanky to start the game.
Stop making background noises, bro.
An item as Cricknack and our...
No, this makes sense to me why they're doing this though.
Tribe has the timings of Kranaz's jungle on lock.
What do you mean, Kranaz's jungle?
Sorry.
It's Tribe's jungle.
What about
Thank
second jungle?
Much.
Do you think they've heard about second jungle?
I think they have, because they've been able to lock down every single golem so far, it feels like, and now they'll get an early abyssal dragon, literally on spawn.
I actually don't think that is an incorrect...
Wow, look how quickly they murdered that dragon.
And that is terrifying, especially with Beginnings getting the flank right there. Run! No! You had a chance to leave.
Casey Fox comes through, though. And that's just a devastating ultimate. The Grievance chews through the front line.
Yo, who was that, Banana? That Omen?
Claiming first blood up top.
Oh, Banana's eating.
Blood? In that matchup.
First blood for him.
Yo, Joe, can you move your cam like to the other side?
Yeah, I got you.
In that matchup,
you.
you talked about it earlier. With
I turn it off too, either or.
It's so difficult to imagine winning as a ranged character. Omen, if you don't have stuns, Valheim could win that maybe. But Omen, just once he gets close, he's able to lifesteal through almost anything.
It's really tough, especially because he's so nimble.
My fault.
He just runs right on.
It's too big to move. Like I'd move it and just take up the chat.
The way he's able to line up all of these spirits. That is so much damage. That's only going to continue to ramp.
Vengeance. Lying in wait in bot lane is also someone to pay attention to. He's currently at 3,000 gold. Malik.
Dude, Malik seems cool. The more and more I watch him. That Violet is fed, bro. Alright, here we go.
Watch for Vengeance to do almost exactly
there's Sambo. We're taking this fight, yeah! And then all of a sudden he's dead. Boom, Zeno's dead.
Once again is going to go actually over to Beast, the first one of the game, but Doze.
Wow, Malik tower diving, bro. Chill.
But that's gonna be the shot to clean him up.
Yeah, that fight right there is exactly what happens to us, bro. We have 4 there, they have 3, and we still.
Wow. I need to know who that is. The one that's TRX bang.
Because they can.
That girl has awesome ability. She was yanking people back in. Like obviously Grant could do that, but Jimmy's Grant is
Beginnings take the wheel.
the one on the bottom right. Like there is oh, there's Omen, Violet, Malik. I think there's Vera, and I don't know the bottom one.
She's a tank.
The bottom one's a tank. The girl.
Yeah, she's a free tank.
Where?
For Tribe, but they can't convert it
I'm
into
pretty
a
sure
win.
you got her for
They
free.
struggle in the mid game. Let's see if they've worked to clean that up.
And it does seem they are making conscious
already
efforts
have
to
her.
change that. You can see
Her name
Zayn
is
playing very aggressive off the top of the map. They've now
Nina.
negated almost every
Mina.
high ground tower or brought down to almost every.
Because I think that's what I was thinking too. Like I have all these characters that slow and stun and do all this stuff, but yet we don't do like the simplest things, bro. And it's upsetting.
In the game against ALG was despite the fact that they were up like
Yeah,
8 kills at one
she has
point,
a
they'd
hook.
only
You know
taken 2
Darius?
towers. The difference now is they
League?
are realizing
Yeah.
they need to
Yeah, her hook
prioritize
is
these
like
towers,
that,
and they're
like the
doing a
Darius
fantastic
hook,
job.
where
You mentioned they
she
have the Violet,
pulls
the
her
best
side
tower pusher in
forward
the game,
and then pulls
and
you
she
in.
is ripping through these towers. And look at the positioning of Zayn. He is just always on the flank, always getting in this initial.
Like I know how many characters that have that stun or yank, bro. Seriously.
Like a tiny little detail, but
I bought all those characters.
It puts him in a position where
I don't know who that monkey is, bro.
escape with ease if he needs
Like
to.
I know who Cos whatever. I know Crash. I know Leon. I know Zeno.
Nice initial damage there.
I don't know who that fox chick is.
Mobility, and now he's mobile already.
She's like
He's moving back to the spawn.
a mage assassin,
for a shot.
I think.
See the guy Doze with the monkey? Oh, it's Crash.
Okay. That was a hard
Wow.
commit with an ultimate. Maybe you find this done, but it's under no
She's a mage
circumstances worth
assassin.
than
I think she's a
beginning.
little bit
Beginnings
like
now
Ari or
diving in
some
onto the
shit.
tower. Ra is going to escape.
could
He
be
might be
wrong
the
there.
god of the sun. But
Like,
the
why'd
only
that
sun
dude
he's
just
seeing
die?
is setting
Bro,
on his
what
team's
monkey are you
chances
talking
of
about?
victory.
It's Crash, bro. It's Crash.
Full tilt.
It's the fox chick.
No. The monkey is it's Doze. Crash.
Not only are they
Skin.
disrespecting their opponents, they're disrespecting towers,
Okay.
which is just mean.
No, Tribe is absolutely not disrespecting anybody. They are playing this game as try hard as humanly
Yes.
possible,
And I love
and
that.
I love it.
When I say they're disrespecting towers, that's good. You should be pressuring towers. What Cradheads should be looking to do in response is use this CC they have, especially that Metamorphosis for
Bro, they're taking that dragon as soon as it popped, bro. We need to get we suck.
That is the opportunity to stun them out far overextended.
Beginnings might look to overextend a little bit here. He's feeling confident.
Yo, is she like Ari, the fox chick banana?
Watch out for that. Not gonna have that additional level of
think
mobility.
so.
As we do.
I noticed she's like flashing through while she's in that fox form. I don't know if that's.
Right now, all 3 lanes.
Oh, she's dead. She's
Getting
done.
chunked. Oh, Zay just missed. He just actually.
Yeah,
just
see,
missed
she.
the ability.
Yeah, it's got to be an ability.
Shocks away into the high ground now as Beast is going in and gone. Tried to come into the drone drop, getting absolutely the high ground tower as well is going to fall. And
Jesus, they team fight so well, bro.
There's one thing a saying always keeps. But the rest of his team's in full retreat.
Zoo needs to play this back, reset behind the
These
tower.
KZ
Minions
guys
have
look
arrived.
like
This
us,
core
bro.
is under threat.
The Drake
That's
is
what I'm
here. The
saying.
ult is coming in once again.
Wait, what does Crash ult do?
Up right now, but they're just getting shredded by the Kali. The spirits are here. Return to the Shadow Realm, they say.
turns giant.
As the
He gets
one
like,
man in the last second. We're not gonna
like
count.
10
That was
times his
functionally
health
a perfect game
and a
for
fat ass shield, and all his abilities become like DPS instead of whatever they were before, like utility.
Yeah. Bro, they got handled so bad.
Bro, they killed her in spawn. Feels bad.
Feels bad, man, indeed. Yogi, what's up, bro? Thank you for the follow. I feel Arena doesn't do very well on promoting themselves other than through the game. So that's why I brought it to Twitch and YouTube, because I want people to see this stuff, because Like, I actually went and bought 4 characters the other day because I'm actually trying to learn the game. So this is why I'm broadcasting this, guys, so you can learn some stuff.
Excuse me, as the master of objective statements today.
They would have had a perfect game unless they didn't.
Yeah, technically correct, which is the best kind of correct.
I really appreciated getting to see that look from
You'll hear that it's the casters.
And getting to see them step up and just grind out a win with technically perfect play across the map was really fun to see.
Technically skilled or Teo skilled if you really want to talk about.
I'm only missing a couple of heroes now. I bought so many, bro.
17-1. Not perfect.
No.
Jesus.
Could have been. If beginnings just hadn't got that little
What are you
victory.
doing? We could have had 2 perfect games in NA and DU in one day. Beg.
He is, however, responsible for taking 34% of his
that's us
damage
right there.
taken
That's
in addition
17-1.
You feel that? You feel it though? I feel it.
Note that 80's hero, and
I'm actually gonna look up these heroes if I see if I have to purchase one. Cause I have $10 more to drop. I just don't know if I want to.
And that's beginnings. Just being able
I try to hook up Jimmy with some more heroes, but he's like, no, I don't want it.
my backline, you're hitting me. Even if you die, even if
I think Jimmy's the only one with the iPhone in this chat, right?
because you
I
are
do
the
not
person
have
dying Zane, and that's enabling Zane to do absurd score lines like that.
Well, to me, it's especially if it's bag playing this mean, it's the war chef moment. It's you're trapped in here with me. And he just pulls them right on in, has the darts. He's like, I might be going down, but I'm taking all of you with me. And it's exactly.
See, the Fox chick is. By the way, Jinnar is absolutely amazing for people who try to dive on you. Bro, oh my goodness. I learned the hard way not to do that ever again. If you like mages, dude, I really, really recommend Jinnar. He's squishy if you're like, you know, you're fed or if properly targeted, but excuse me, I've been going Wukong and I jumped on Jinnar and Jinnar was like, don't do that. And like I literally like he killed me. I was sad. I learned the hard way. Goodness. Oh, they would ban my character? Damn. I don't know who that character is.
I also enjoy seeing a Ybeneth ban if you're red.
I don't know. I want to see more
Who?
He's a lot of fun.
But
So
Yeah, so that's Mina, the Fox chick. I don't know who the Fox chick is.
powerful.
Mario as well.
Where is she?
I'm gonna make a push.
I'm actually looking on my phone right now.
It's Liliana.
Liliana?
Not in Nordic
Yeah,
countries.
Liliana.
This is
Do we look like we're in Norway?
You guys are obscenely tall, man. Don't ask me these questions.
I'm gonna say Norway, no way. We've got 6
Liliana has
seconds
2
remaining till
Fuck,
Crazy
even for
Sports
advanced range, normal
Second
attack, also
ban.
increases armor, magic
Game number
defense.
1, they banned away Ybeneth,
20
Irie,
plus
as well
5
as
by
Cognar.
levels.
Tribe Gaming
Normal attack,
Thousands
block
winning,
to
Aram,
100%
Marza, and then Valheim.
80.
If Tribe Gaming is improving, they will not ban Valheim on the blue side. However, we have seen time and time again that the desire to ban those is not as clear as what we had hoped.
Yeah. Basically, on the blue side, anything they let through here.
Oh wow, she got some good AoE potential.
First picked by Tribe. So they get to choose. I would note Violet's still on the board. My option would be ban Violet. Let Kranitz choose what they want to ban as the final draft.
I like it because Violet, she's not a must-have, but she's nice enough. Or Liliana, that's
They
another.
stall it out. This is another case of stalling out the draft. Now though, I do worry because Violet, Valheim, one of them's coming through.
So the question then becomes:
She a burst? Yeah, she's a burst.
Yeah.
First pick has to be now. I would assume you can go for something like that. Zenial. Kratos Esports first pick to Zenial in game number 1.
And they support love. It's somewhere. You look at the Pura, you look at the Mini, you look at the Chognar. The interaction of these 3 has to be taken into consideration in these 1-2 picks.
Chognar was
Jinnar
banned
look
away
like a
from
human.
Dude, I would ban Valheim every fucking game, just for the record.
But there are still
Every
abilities
single
available for the Pura
solitary
that can play
game.
into that Chognar.
It's a mind
Jinnar
game.
looking
Wanna bait out
like a
because if you pick
human,
the Mina, the Chognar's the hard
what's the
candidate
dude
to
from
pick Pura, but if you
Overwatch?
first pick the Chognar, then they go in a totally different direction than you functionally wasted that pick. So
Banana, what did you ban? Who would you ban if you got to ban, bro?
Secure the Pura. There it is.
The strength of the Pura is
I
way too
could-
good for them right now.
I could go Valheim
Chognar needs to be the ban.
and the treatment.
Yeah, I generally actually.
Oh, how many bans do I get? What the fuck?
The Jognar versus Pyrrha.
There's 3 bans per squad, bro.
Hard counter to execute well.
that's because no other region can.
I would ban.
I also think
Hands down, I would ban Valheim every game.
Yo, Murad could get a fucking ban. I'll tell you that. Murad or Kirk.
I would say, yeah, I would say the what's that beetle motherfucker?
Crickneck.
I don't
Yeah,
think
Crickneck.
the Zenio, yes, it's clearly the most powerful sideline pick that's left on the board.
I would say Crickneck.
Go for the
You
Violet.
don't need to pick up a Chognar here. Absolutely.
If you
Yimnith
that Violet back
and
into
Val.
the hands of their jungler.
The only reason I would ban Yimnith because I could play better supports. I mean, I could play support. Different supports still be viable.
Really help them deal with Tribe Gaming. Instead, Tribe Gaming pick up the
no.
Crickneck aggressively and go Yura Jinnar.
Yo, I'm telling you, watch that man right now. Watch that Jinnar, bro. I've played against him today. I learned the hard way not to mess with that man.
This draft, I think.
Bro, where are you watching the Valor stuff at?
On Facebook.
Facebook?
Yeah, it's Facebook. They don't broadcast it on YouTube and or Twitch, bro. It's weird. That's why I'm broadcasting it. That's what's like, would you guys watch it? Because I'd watch it.
They might have a deal with Facebook.
Actually, they have a chance to turn around.
That makes sense.
Cause I know, not Overwatch. H1Z1, their pro league, they had a deal with Facebook and we're only streaming it on Facebook.
They kind of need a little bit more.
And then people had to restream it on Twitch and YouTube and shit.
There's too much power in the Violet. Yes, while they do have the tanky backline at the same time,
The Flash, let's go.
It was funny because it was like a pro league, but they were getting max like 2,000 fucking viewers. Because nobody ever was watching it on Facebook.
Go into backlines, forces that responses from Pures, from Jinnar, forces exuberance, or forces nature's rallies. I like the Flash.
So the Kilgroth as well.
Like I'm sure this would get way more than 200 viewers if it was on anything other than Facebook. YouTube, if it was on Twitch, I'm sure this would get more than 200 viewers.
The death part of the ball is still in effect, and you still die. So I actually would have preferred.
You're clickbaiting, Joe.
However, they might still get that on final round.
I believe they're going to leave it up in here. We're going to have Zane playing the.
Could you motherfuckers not talk over the analysis, please? Thank you.
They fill very similar roles. The Ornn filling in as the side lane marksman, very, very traditional what we've seen in this death ball, and this is a quintessential, I want to call it new wave death ball.
Motherfuckers not talk over the.
Gets picked in now.
I like Tara. And
she's good.
She is similar to Arduin in some ways, but I actually value where she's different. And the main reason for that is her extended survivability is massive. She's very, very good at staying alive while on roving expeditions. Unlike many other characters, she can provide sustained, isolated pressure in a very, very cool way.
She's obviously super sustainable. That's sort of her big thing, is the fact that she is hyper tanky. And I feel like into the amount of damage that, into the amount of damage that Kranitz is actually going to have between the Lindis.
Kranitz. I think this should have been a Violet. I think the Lindis was a decided error, and pulling her out now will create big trouble down the line, because late game-wise, you're just...
A lot of them had punish.
Less damage. She also doesn't have a dash. Her mobility is higher. She can run through the bushes for a speed boost. But if
I'm assuming the Kranix guys are gonna hardcore farm both jugs and like dragons and stuff. Cause you notice they all have punish. And then Chugnar is the only one with support, and then the Flicker, which is the middle lane assassin, is Flash is the only one with Flicker.
They have an opportunity to throw something on a split push. We've seen some teams experiment with the 1-3-1 split push, where they stick two strong split laners on the side lanes and then have the rest of their members in the mid lane. But I think a huge proponent of that will revolve around.
They're probably doing it so they can early jungle camps.
Yeah, remember they got destroyed. Remember?
Yeah, possibly invade early as like a team of 3.
But that's smart, bro. That's we're playing like scrubs, bro.
Really nice dragon fights.
Yeah, but we also are in like silver and gold.
Well, I mean, we have league experience. You know what I mean?
Powerhouse in that early mid game. You know, she hits level 4. She gets her ult online. She can use the passive effectively. She hits like a truck. But
What is she going up against in the early game? A Crickneck.
what is she going up against? But the pressure of Tribe Gaming.
Wukong sucks early game, by the way.
Time again, they do an incredibly good job at early game. They had a good early game against Allegiance.
Oh yeah, the best.
You cannot rely on, I think, an early game push, an early game pressure comp against this team.
In the meanwhile, we are getting ourselves loaded onto the battlefield for match 1, game number 2. And if you missed anything in the Valor series or anything that is to come, maybe you're excited for the cosplay workshop, you want to check out any of the videos that we have already had, head on over to www.valorseriesesports.com for all of those schedules, standings, results.
By the way, guys, if you go to that website, which I did, you will not find their link to this Facebook broadcast, which is very, very bad of Arena. They need to fix that. There should be a link to this, or at least we're able to watch it on their site. Because, like, you know what I mean? What's it called when you open a page in a website? Samuel, you know what it's called, right?
Once again, we will see the
Source link or something like that.
Is basically at the top of their form.
They are the team cited to contest Allegiance for the title of Best in North America. They are the team cited
Oh, flash did.
largest vector of growth within the North American scene.
Promotion.
What I've seen here today backs that
Jeez.
up.
It shows that they are continuing to progress. They take every game seriously. Yeah, they were diving some towers, but they weren't disrespectfully so. They were disrespecting the towers, as you say. They weren't respecting the damage.
Is that Gildor?
Exactly how far we can push this, and they never paid for it. It was never one of those situations where I feel like Crane has had the option to really punish them in game number 1. They need to find that here.
Whose skin is that, Banana? With the lizard looker.
Soon, as well, pressuring out beginnings as well as 80s
What
here.
happened?
That's exactly what they need to be doing.
Oh, get that Xeno. Get that Xeno.
Doing the same thing that got them killed so many times in game 1. They don't
Who's
have
that? Ruby.
objects of the map, which is kind of a more
That
abstract
Crash
concept.
again?
But the idea of
Can't find anywhere to
knowing where
watch
the
this shit,
walls are
Joe,
and how
except
you're
on your
positioning
fucking
around them
in your
will
shit.
influence
Oh,
what
sorry.
is something that Granite's seem to be struggling with, particularly.
Because I can't hear commentary, bro.
Oftentimes we see players just called out.
Turned it up.
The method of retreat is through.
I'm gonna turn it up.
You spend your dash that way,
Yeah,
then
man.
it's very easy to pursue.
Speaking of pursuing, Vengeance is chasing down Ruby down there in the Dragon Lane. Up here, though, we see a commitment onto the Spirit Sentinel. Going to be grabbed for Tribe Gaming. And now Zane with the drone drop. Level 4 is going to be going back in as well. There's the follow-up. The stun is there. The whirlwind from the Tara. Zane is getting so low, but he finds Beast. The heal is there just in time. And now Doze is in there. The healing light once again from Beginnings. And Raw is going to be the target. Can they get the kill? Look at the way Tribe is juggling that aggro.
And, well, in a flash, their entire team is gone. And that's the power of having a Pura nearby. You can drop that healing light, and what should be a fair fight is instantly shut down. And that's why Tribe Gaming, I feel, have a pretty dominant roster for this team. You can run this proto-death ball, and anyone that tries to fight you within melee range is just going to be out-sustained.
I really like this too because they have so many additional options. We saw the 4-man of the Death Ball here, but the Yorn is still another factor that needs to be involved here. And when Vengeance does decide to join the team after the farm has come online, obviously taking Ruby to town down here, going up against Kilgroth, that's a pretty easy lane.
Yeah, they've got a setup actually for a gank down bottom. You can see an entire rotate come through
Oh,
down the
that's
bank,
alright.
and he's in trouble.
Oh, Ruby fell for that in an instant. The exuberance is there. That was a strict misplay. Vengeance walking so far up, that was, I'm going to be honest, very obvious.
That was one of the sicker bait plays I've seen. Now Zune maybe encountering a similar thing. This time the bait was not a player, but instead a golem, which they're pressuring so hard for.
And we do actually see the Abyssal Dragon now being started for the side of Kranaz. I like this. There's a potential opening here. Can they make it happen? Beginnings is in there. There's the Nature's Rally. The stuns are coming through. And the snipe from Vengeance comes in there. We do have the Exilic Splitter bringing Zune down. And they're going to try and secure some kills here, but Beginnings is still alive. Look at the kiting coming in there as Raw falls. Beginnings, there was never a chance he was going to drop. Vengeance with the aggressive flicker. The snipe, though!
Wow.
The snipe of that dragon was insane. Sitting in the bottom lane, he has the call from his ally, and he lands the shot instantly. Things like that can only be accomplished with good coordination and good planning. You need to say,
I understand what you said.
Yeah, I was about to say.
It still only counts as one.
You're like, rubber. I was like, what?
Yeah, right? Your mic too close, boy.
Take the mic out of your mouth, bro.
Let's put it that way.
You down too deep.
That's fine. Ha! As the tower goes here in the Dragon Lane, we see Tribe Gaming once again executing their aggression, having these jungle invades, getting the pushes off, and already we see doubling, or almost doubling, the gold of Kranis.
Goes in the mid lane. We'll need to be cautious as the pressure comes through. AC's hero taking the lead on.
Oh, you did. Bait it.
I can tell you haven't watched the Asian Tara games. Tara's not in trouble until there are at least 5 people on her.
Right.
You see the bottom right where it says AT&T.
We talked about how the Asian meta has more influence in North
Pretty
America.
sure they're
I'm definitely
sponsor of
seeing it
this.
here because Tara is a character I've been waiting for the West to pick more of up.
She has the ability to just sustain. It was the first thing when we talk about the hero. She is just tanky. She is HP.
Jesus, that Yorn is putting in work.
And while Zoon's like, yo, I'm supposed to be that. I'm the Zenio.
Oh, wow.
Bye.
Bye.
Doze gets annihilated in lane, and the rest.
Doze sleeping.
The rest of Tribe are here. You can see. You can already build very, very tanky with Leviathan starting things off in the side lane for Tara. They've got so much HP.
Oh, it came through to stop the Malleus. It stopped the Malleus mid-cast. Oh, that was the saddest little Zenio.
I gotta buy him, bro.
No. Oh.
He hit a wall, and now Zane has another beast in trouble.
Oh, no. Having a beast of a time right now. Zane is just...
I don't think that's a phrase.
That's... Okay. Fair enough.
I don't think you could just add
having a whale at time, but a whale is vaguely beast-like. That's fine.
Chill.
Once again, trying to make something happen. Cyclone comes through, nicely done. We do have the tower being tanked now.
He's so
down.
snowbally.
So once again, Tribe Gaming looking perfect, 13-0.
Yeah, and
I like how he tried to dive that flash, and then he just knew how to get out, bro. He knew.
He knew how long he could stay in, bro.
Yep.
Is 0 and 4,
Knew
really
exactly how
struggling
long.
for gold. Without his HP, Zenials is obsolete is the thing it's named after.
Nice. It is very difficult for Zenial to do much here. Doesn't hit very hard, doesn't sustain very long. And 80's hero, he just took 4 shots from that Lindis, and you can't tell.
Yeah, 80's hero is the iPod to Zoom Zoom.
Yes, he is, yeah. Unfortunately, right now, Zoon is...
They actually take
The
towers.
rest of the team, though, at least is joining the
Team
Again,
fights.
you learn at this from... Look at this
No
from learning
baits.
experience.
That's
a lot
the
of the things that I'm
objective,
seeing
though.
right here are the
It's
fact
just-
that they're constantly
Like,
reacting.
I wish my teammates would do this shit.
It's already a little bit too late, but they were never the ones in the early game dictating when these fights were going to start.
With one exception, that Abyssal Dragon take
Yes.
was the moment where they made the right call,
That
they
was a great
played
play.
aggressively, and they got shut down. Because they hadn't dealt with the Pura quick enough. And that, I feel, was a loss in the drafting phase. They simply don't have the damage, the burst to get through to the Pura.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. That was the one moment, the one play was like, this is sick. This is exactly what they need to be doing right now. And already, though, we see Vengeance. The crits are coming online from him.
Oh.
There's the
Oh.
the tier 3
Oh.
Zane. He's in a lot of trouble. He doesn't actually get over the wall.
Oh,
It's a
he's dead.
misplay from him. So he is caught way out, but the rest of the team is there to back him up. The shield, the follow-up is there. They take the high ground tower.
You see what I said about Jinar? See what I'm saying?
Is going to drop onto the tower.
Yeah.
The whirlwind from Tara is there. Life-stealing back up. They're potentially facing a second quote-unquote... I wish he hadn't died in the first game. We would have had a perfect series. We would have had a perfect series beginnings as they push in onto the core right now. That is going to be it. Raw trying to get the kill, not able to do so, and that is likely going to be GG. Tribe Gaming take the series 2-0.
Wow, bro, this is amazing to watch. You see what they're doing though, right? With the Jinar and the Pura.
Oh, y'all watching, right? So tournament.
Yeah, this is the regional to go towards the World Finals or whatever, the World Cup.
This is like the
Tribe Gaming,
AOV North American League.
Yeah, they already missed Latin America.
Against their opponent, Kranis Esports, securing Game 1 and now a Game 2 victory. Welcome back to the desk. I'm Jump, of course, the whole day
This
I've
shit
been
look totally
joined
different.
with the fine gentlemen that have been running this marathon with me, Mr. Invirum and TJ. Hello.
Never been a fine gentleman.
Where you watching? You click
Now you're a
esports?
fine
You're a
gentleman.
fine gentleman every
No, you have to go to Facebook, bro. It's only
I
showing
want to
from
talk about
Facebook.
what I appreciated on Tribe Gaming.
And then just type Arena Valor in your Facebook.
Well, they
Oh,
First
don't.
one?
Granite's
I just
definitely
watched the stream.
are one of
No.
the teams that's suffering, but they shouldn't be suffering like this. Nobody deserves this.
80s hero. What are you doing?
I mean, not just 80s hero, because of course he's
He
playing
died.
Tara,
He died.
but I'd like to highlight Vengeance.
Oh,
because
Vengeance was a
we talked
monster.
about him being great game 1. Game 2, he swaps over a bit. Now he's got DPS, and he's responsible for a significant portion of his team's DPS.
It was quite the effort, but there were still some exciting moments in that last series. Our
Joe,
AT&T
you see the new
replay of the game
Overwatch skins?
shows just that.
At least
it
the
was
Pharaoh one.
in the
Not
Dragon
the
Pit.
one now.
In a lot
Hook
of
me up on
tournaments,
Discord.
You can just see this is the power of Pura. Because if you go for this early game fight and you call for the Pura heal, now you're fine. Because the Pura healing, many people don't know this, it heals a percentage of your lost HP. Which means the lower you are, the quicker you heal up.
And what's cool about this is
Oh, I didn't know that. Did you hear that?
For Zane almost dying there. Was it exemplified their ability to juggle aggro, which we're also going to see again in this fight.
Yeah,
I'm watching
here
from the stream,
is
so.
the player I watch the most because
Oh, what a snipe, bro. Oh, what a snipe.
And there wasn't really a good call, except for you should have shut down beginnings before that fight began.
And just walks away.
Gallops. And it's just so difficult.
Pura heals. The more health that you guys lose
Killed him 2 minutes ago.
during the fight, the faster you'll heal.
To be able to secure fights, you need to shut down key players before you start them.
Well, we found ourselves a victory for Tribe Gaming. They have secured themselves a 2-0 victory over their opponent, Frantis Esports. We have Allegiance versus
Raven, I can hear my stream through your background.
Next, and Veni Vidi Vici, hopefully, in the words of J.R. Token, little by little, one travels far. We'll see how far they travel when the Valor series returns right after this.
We got TED Talk now because it's just going to be like stuff over like a intermission.
Thanks to the amazing HP regeneration of her passive and ultimate, Tara is one of the best heroes in Arena Valor with regard to sustainability. Because of this, once she hits level 4, Tara rarely needs to recall in order to recover HP. A fully built Tara with Amulet of Longevity can easily be the best tank your team could ask for. After discussion with some of the professional Arena Valor players, we decided on the following items as one of the best tank builds for Tara: Leviathan, Gilded Greaves, Mango Bra, Medallion of Troy, the Aegis, and Amulet of Longevity. Today, let's focus on the godly Amulet of Longevity and how it's one of the best items for Tara. The Amulet of Longevity provides an additional 1700 max HP and increases HP regeneration by 100 points every 5 seconds. But the benefits don't end there. The Amulet of Longevity also provides 2 unique passives. The first passive increases all healing received by 20%. And yes, you heard that right. A whopping 20%. The second one increases max HP by 10%, which is just as impressive, and also a fantastic complement to the first passive. These 2 passives are simply made for Tara. They drastically increase the HP regeneration she receives from her passive and ultimate, making it harder for enemies who are chasing Tara across the map to take her down. All this also helps Tara's teammates to put an end to the game while Tara absorbs all the damage. As strong as Amulet of Longevity is, we recommend you not to buy it until the late game. Not only is the price too high to purchase early on, but you will also not have enough total HP in the early to mid game to take advantage of this item's passive. The Amulet of Longevity is also a great choice for many other heroes besides Tara, such as Arum, Zenio, Kilgroth, and others. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bruh, where's Jimmy, by the way? That was an awesome display of what the game is, bro. Like, remember I said, like, I'm Tara and I never died. Like, I never knew she had stuff to make her never die, though. I have Tara. So right now, the recommended people I would buy are Pura, Crickneck, Jinnor, Teamy, Kilgroth, Liliana, bro. There's Reyes.
I think Banana should learn with
Banana's a flash, dude. Banana's a good flash. Oh, Malith is free if I remember right now.
Malith? We got the Valor Prime.
Valor Prime?
No, his skin is free. He got a Valor Prime. No, he's not free right now.
Oh no, I got him for free in my 5 Magic Crystal roll, remember?
Oh, yeah, you got like...
Yeah, I got 3. I've gotten 3 heroes for free on my last 2 5 summons. I got Malik and like, got who else?
It looks so good on this Switch.
Yeah.
What happened?
It's like a different game.
It
It
looks
looks
so good
the
on
way it looks on the Switch.
Oh.
I was telling people it looks better in the league to me.
With everything to do with the second half of the regular season for the Valor series brought to you by Facebook Gaming. Hello and welcome back. My name is Jump and I'm joined with me the delightful individual.
I'm sure gonna have to spit. I'm probably gonna have to drop a 50 spot on this.
It is TJ, not
But that depends on your computer. Like you got a stupid ass computer setup. League looks way better.
Hey Paul, that was the best intro I've ever had. That was really good.
All right, let's get right to it. We've got Allegiance. We've got Veni Vidi Vici. Allegiance, a team that needs no explanation, just simply a list of wins that they've been able to
acquire. Damn, dude, that should have been. I mean, I love Wukong so far, though.
Amount of changes, 3 drops and 3 adds coming into the second half of the season.
Wukong's good too. I think I see him used in tournament.
Can you really blame them? Because
from what I saw from the Latin, it's Kirkneck and
understand why you're in a place where you're willing to try absolutely anything. You see what works.
Yeah, we talk about just throwing.
Oh, NA's always the worst at.
So I'm excited to see what the VVV looks like. Unfortunately, I think it's going to be tough.
They've won some leagues here.
We're not really going to see. I think it's truly natural.
Well, I have an eraser, and I'm going to throw it at my whiteboard.
Wow.
Didn't work. In the meanwhile, Veni Vidi Vici. Let's take a look at their roster. So you're going to be who is starting today. We've talked about Ninja and McFly. Now Wasim, their addition from Drawn to Fame, will be starting today. And then following up, we've got Rude and Wizard to round out that roster.
I like the changes on paper. We've seen Wasim.
Crixie is OP, bro.
In the past. Maybe that's what this team needs.
We're going to find out here.
Is that Thresh? Is it Thresh? How do you say it?
Through to the final roster. I like this.
I
don't want a team to make too many changes all at once. We call it, when you change variables, change one variable at a time. If you're constant, otherwise keep things constant. That way you can identify.
I don't know who that girl is.
Yes, that is why we only did one variable. We only replaced.
Is it L'Oreal?
We actually have now been given TJ,
L'Oreal.
And we get to find at the end of this weekend of whether that was a success or a failure. Watching you.
You're already throwing whiteboard markers at me.
I am indeed. Let's go ahead and take a look at Veni Vidi Vici's opponent.
Yeah, it's their team.
Team Allegiance. Now, Wasim on their on the side of VVV.
There's that boy Bam.
They like literally run no support heroes. They'll just run another mage or like a warrior.
I mean, you
instead
say
of a support hero.
Sort of insight. They're very upfront about how they're playing, and they haven't really felt the need to change it much. Because to be blunt, they play their game, and they play their game well enough that nobody can touch them.
That's a crazy ass
team,
bro.
This team's undefeated in the season.
I'm actually looking forward to this right now.
But for me, a huge component in this is something we've
there's no, like you said, there's no range. It's like what, 4 mages? And then this one's looks like a heavy squad. I got Arthur and is it Ball or Bear?
It's the opposite, but they got 3 tanks, 4 tanks. What the fuck?
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I was telling you. Tank meta is. It's a thing.
That's what I need. I need them to be firing on that.
I'm looking forward to this match.
If you look at the Venn diagram,
that's a crazy
skill, communication.
It's gonna be a good fight because it's literally a 4 mage squad versus 4 tank squad.
Good in every single direction, but they need to keep it tight. They need to keep that going because they often
there's no
respect
easy
other
targets.
teams. They don't play up to their potential, and they make sloppy mistakes.
Well, they're gonna have tons of CC though. They're gonna have tons of CC and tons of burn.
All right, well, gentlemen, it's a It is a safe or unsafe bet. I'm pretty sure what we're thinking here for the predictions, but let's go ahead and take them out loud just so we can.
The ball is going to be able to separate the mages though, because he can lock it. He can lock people in his orb.
Sorry, I'm giving it to you.
And he has regen.
North America, allegiance to now.
Voice crack. So am I. Let's try that again.
All right. Well, you heard what they said. We want to know what you guys think about it as well. Head over to Twitter.
What's that,
use the hashtag Valor Series. Tweet us your thoughts.
What's that program you use?
What girl is that with the big sword?
Wild and crazy that Allegiance will be pulling out. In the meanwhile, it is time for the pick ban phase, as we have Allegiance finding themselves on the red side.
I don't know who that girl is, but they know with the sword.
Finding themselves on the blue.
I want to say I had a conversation with
Ash what?
in which I sold him on the competitive viability of Gilder.
She's a
he said,
tank
well,
warrior.
if you're ever casting, I'll be sure to run Gilder. And I said, oh no. Well, I'm not casting North America this
I'm not gonna lie, I'm having a lot of fun watching this with y'all.
This is your week.
Yo,
this
guys,
is the
Ninja
opportunity.
came out of
I'm gonna make a bold statement. Probably not listening.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think Allegiance are gonna run standard compositions, despite the viability of Gilder, which still will be proven at some point.
Get rid of Valheim every time, bro.
AoE stun. I mean, he has potential.
Dude, the auto attack stuns are
stupid, bro.
Go!
It's just stupid.
Come sit on this
Once Raven gets a higher rank, if he ever does, he'll never get to play. But I'd make sure of it. If you ever get to a higher rank, I will make sure you never play Valheim.
Instead, they opt to remove the
I would never play Valheim.
Yeah.
Damn, Raven, that's it for you, bro.
Good for you, bro.
With any of these bans.
Omen's OP.
A lot of these heroes are BBB while also keeping up the
I can play other heroes. I'm trying to legendary Valheim.
Is going to let any of them through Orm already means an item. Often Allegiance also would ban out the team, but they've slowly been phasing out
play other
out
heroes,
of their ban phase.
Bro, I'm legendary in my Valheim. Just because you got over 400 games on your old
Raven,
bro, you play your
Oh wow, they got rid of Chubb.
Valheim. You got twice as many games. You got more games on your old man than my top 4 heroes. And you talking about me playing Valheim?
There was.
Bruh.
But they weren't at a stage that
Let's state facts. Let's state facts. He's not.
Motherfuckers, be quiet! I'm trying to watch this shit. Y'all arguing over some dumb stuff.
The idea around the Pura, around the Mina.
Jannar.
Paper scissors. That really is that matchup.
Telling you, if one of you guys can afford Jannar, dude, get him, man.
ALG need to ban out Ybenith now or face him in battle.
They're definitely going to face him. I don't think they care. I think they know how to play.
There's a few other mages that get used a lot too.
Not allowing him to use the natural affinity.
Like I think Maganga is one of them.
And then not allowing him to get to the late game where he truly thrives. I don't think there's going to be any issue
and Dao Chen.
They might just take him off because it's standard, but I wouldn't be surprised if they ban something else.
Raz. Wow.
Against Ninja, yeah. That's his best hero, 100%. That is a target ban
on
BBB. They're going to bait him Bennett. I dig it.
But see, this is great. This is what I love to see from the Legends, despite the fact that they're going against a opponent that does not find themselves in favorable positioning on the standings or the scoreboard. They're still respecting.
I just like watching what they do, like how they take towers and jungle. Like it's weird to see team jungles. I like team compositions and learning them.
And instead, they're threatening to lock in a Pura. If you do this, you've made a grave mistake.
Take Mina. Take the Mina. Mina first pick is 100% viable. I definitely think you take... yeah, you're going to give rest.
Oh, wow.
Pura, but his Pura has never been truly exceptional, and you're going to insta-lock with the Bennett, no surprise. And then right on into the Mina.
They
Actually, you don't even need to take it now because the sport's already locked in. Lessons learned from the last series. Take the second side laner. Take the Zennial. You have the wall. You just put a tree in armor.
Yep. Oh my god. Yeah, they have the great support.
I didn't think that through, but sure. I guess the Zennial being able to provide that damage reduction with Angelic Splendor functions very similar to armor. And if you do that around Nature's Realm or in similar front lines,
that's gonna be rough, bro.
It's very hard to kill him.
Yep, it's oh my god, it's good.
Just like coming down from the sky with the Angelic Splendor.
You're thinking of Ents, and they are exactly that.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Who do you run versus that, bro?
Zennial is sort of like an energy inside of his armor, not like a person. They just like take the armor, put it on top of Ibanez, put the Zennial helmet on top of the giant eye thing, and literally dress Ibanez
You're
up
giving
in
them
his
ideas.
armor.
Stop.
Crixie, that's good.
It looks like we'll get Crixie Malik
They pick
as our
Crixie?
next two.
Yeah, Crixie could burn.
Those are lock-ins.
She could burn the Xeno down, but I don't know about the Yibness.
But I also think there are better options.
Plus, Malik gives him the tower dive.
They're gonna leave the last side lane up in the air. They're gonna see what
So,
the
like,
lineup looks like.
Crixie,
Because
Malik, bro, Malik.
they can leave that.
Yep.
Nah, he chose the
Superman.
LG, I like this. Give me
what?
more slightly out of meta choices, if possible. Alistair is too far out of meta.
The
They're
neutral
not gonna- they have their
I
side
like
laners.
the Superman.
They have their side laners. Unless we're gonna see a
You
support
could see
Ibanez.
support Ibanez, you could see support Zennial. Both have been run in Eastern regions.
Superman and Joker.
We might actually see that. KO is somebody we haven't talked enough about.
almost
There's
pick
so many other
Loki.
amazing star players on this.
Oh,
roster.
wow.
And we're getting to see,
Alistair is a way better
potential
pick.
Superman.
Nah, Superman's still good, dude.
Ibanez in this case. But
TJ,
Yeah, so I know Superman.
But you gotta have high skill.
question for you. I wanted to see your
Flash.
reaction. If you had to bet on a race
Whoa.
between Superman and Flash, who would win?
I don't like how they
I would
named
say
that one
Superman
guy.
Because Flash, in this game at least,
I can't
only
find him.
moves. He's more like Dash.
Yeah.
Because he only moves with one ability really fast. The rest of his
Mage.
abilities are pretty slow.
Mina, no,
And
Mina.
your points for an autograph have gone.
I understand that, Mina, but but she doesn't fit that team crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought we were talking about in
Yeah.
game
They
though.
named him
Life, man.
Alistair, but you could
right.
tell he's modeled after
Roxy.
Loki.
Don't pick Roxy. Don't pick Roxy. Pick Tara.
His name's even the Lord of Mischief.
Superman having that ghost walk is certainly a powerful asset.
And it looks like a Crickback
Yeah,
is going to be the hover as well. Trying to figure out what are they going to have.
Nah, bro.
And it's an
Ormar.
that gets locked in.
Roxy.
I don't agree with that.
was intentional.
I don't agree with
To be
that.
honest,
Yeah, I don't.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I don't think it was a misstep.
I do.
That's a misstep, bro.
They have
Yeah,
no
that
AD.
was 100% a mistake.
That, bro. That's.
Cannot run Ormar
No
on
AD.
sideline, it just literally
They
does
lost.
not work.
Omar changed. No, no AD.
I think it was supposed
No
to
AD,
be
dude.
Marja,
GG.
and they were like 1 hero too far over and Smiley for Zane in the jungle, no question.
Are
there.
you
Throws,
crazy?
throws,
I think it's interesting that
throws
ALG had
at
an opportunity
what's this,
for a meeting
regionals?
here, and they intentionally didn't.
No,
They
this is
intentionally
Throws
just-
at
comes out with this, like,
regionals.
with this, and
Is
I think
this
it's like,
regionals?
it's on purpose. They're trying, they're
Or is
practicing
this
the things,
regions?
which is exactly what
These
ALG
are-
needs to do.
I think for me, though, it still
I don't
revolves
know.
around the fact that ALG
So
Yeah, I
keeps
think
their
it's
efficiency high.
NA
It's one
region.
thing when you can try these
Qualifiers?
positions, when you can try these
I don't know.
instances. And there are opportunities for some of these
Bruh,
middle
if-
of the pack teams where if
All they
Elite
gotta do is
possibly
pick an
plays on
ADC.
the
Go Slim.
Pick
Go
ADC.
Slim.
They
They won.
misstep,
Go Slim.
advantages could be taken. But
Slim
meanwhile,
jungle.
Slim, bro. Slim
Or
jug.
Lindis jungle or Slim.
Nah, fuck that. Not like just Slims, bro.
This gives them a
Slims will melt because they picked up the Ormar, bro. He'll oh my god.
like this.
Slim will murder Ormar, Pira,
Oh
Potential
shit.
for a ton of control.
Crixie.
Like it. Now, the opportunity for revenge.
Malik could chase him down.
Big burst onto the back line of this roster.
This
It's gonna suffer.
game.
They're relying on a Superman to kind of play that frontline role in a weird way. Him and Yabeneth need to make that
The
happen.
throws and
That's a little
regions.
bit shaky.
Alright, this is gonna be a good
meanwhile,
match.
while we get ourselves loaded into our first game here of the second match
They
of
is
the day,
tanky as fuck.
we got-
Yeah, they're super beefy.
As always, we love giving you guys.
But they have the CC they have, bro.
America, Latin America,
Right now,
our
it's
region.
gonna
There you
like
go, Jimmy.
from Yibness, bro. Yibness is gonna like make Slim's job so easy.
While they do that, let's talk about this Ormar.
Why would
Is
you
there potential?
fucking
Yeah,
Ormar,
that was great.
dude? He said nope, nope.
I
Nope.
do not think you
Was
can
Violet, man? They should
It's
pick like
successfully
Violet or
tried
some
in
shit.
lane. It's just he does not have the damage to clear wave quick enough. He's literally gonna struggle to clear minion wave.
We saw
I'm pretty
ALG
sure
run
Violet
Ormar
wasn't
support
banned.
in season 1
can
when they were
run
running
Ormar
highly aggressive jungle invades.
They had so
early,
many
which
AD
did-
options.
Does
I
that-
think this
Didn't
might have
pick it.
actually been a literal
Just 'cause Valheim was bad.
mistap
Do you
on the phone.
stick Pura in a side lane?
I don't know, dude. That team comp looks.
I mean, if you want to think about like possible computations,
don't-
if Ormar,
maybe.
I'll
if
pick
Ormar
Pura by
cannot
herself.
physically be in a side lane,
Now you need her to rotate through and give heals to Dragon and mid.
Exactly.
You have to run him side.
I think you have to run Ormar side lane. I think you run him bot lane. You build him pretty aggressive, and you hope for the best. But I,
Jimmy
to be clear,
Pog
think that
champion
is
for, dude.
a
We're all
mistake. I
in
do not think
Discord
Ormar
talking.
can succeed.
See, we both think it's different mistakes. You think it was a choice that they made and
'Cause
it's
he
wrong.
just
I
got
think they
here.
just actually tapped the wrong hero. We'll find out at some point.
we're gonna have
sure.
to find out indeed. And the thing about it is,
Watch the Ormar go off.
very position.
Right? He's just 1v5.
You don't even know, bro.
It is.
Not. It is. We talked earlier about them taking.
You got the Torg rework. You just don't know it yet.
It's something new.
Well, something new is on the horizon, and it is now. Well, okay. You know what? It was just a delay. We're gonna get ourselves into it. You guys can see it. We can see it. North America, gentlemen, it is match number 2, game number 1 between Team Allegiance and Veni Vidi Vici.
Can VVV come out in?
By the way, I'm gonna ask again. Does anyone here have an iPhone and plays Arena?
American champions. Scoop. Do this.
Wizard already.
Damn, already?
Position, and McFly pushes through to take front line.
Rest is going to be playing that support, but already so much damage coming through, forcing out the heal. The stun going to connect onto McFly, though. There's the charge from Superman. Not able to pick up the kill, though. So nice.
Flash, you should have cleaned that up, bro.
Pura's going to do a good job of healing on through that.
Every single cleave from McFly was landing onto like at least 4 people, and that was doing all right for him. He was having a great time there. Let's talk about this Ormar, though. They're consciously running him top lane. I can see, maybe you're thinking his stuns work well into Zenial being able to knock him out of Angelic Splendor.
That's potential here. I mean, he's going to do all right up against the Zenial. He's not going to do exceptionally well in any stretch. But what I'm really watching for is how Rest plays the support. Yebeneth. Obviously, it's something we've seen in the Asian. You're rested. It's obviously something we've seen in the Asian regions, but not really something that's been explored a whole lot in the West. So I'm really excited to see how he works that out here.
Did you see what the Crick Knight did?
To do this, basically, constantly reposition his opponents and build a lot of space for his team. Rest is a very position-conscious player, and that's one of the reasons why he's one of the key shot callers for this team. I think that can be a great asset, particularly on a character like Yebeneth, because in Rome, he's going to know where to stand for maximum control effectiveness. When in Rome, absolutely. As we do see, of course, the Superman coming back in. Another here that we were actually talking about. Maybe I'm
That's a rat. That's a rat.
Actually get picked up here. One more auto. Is it going to go through Sleepy
Oh,
intentionally?
look at! Did you see that flash body block for the Yebeneth, bro?
Could have actually brought back the Nature Sentry there and killed Rest. That would have been funny.
It would have been funny for us, not Rest.
No.
He'll disengage though. And Sleepy, with that poke, is able to ascertain that there's nobody chasing, indeed, meaning that it has to be around this bot lane.
That's the full committal here, and it's going to be MTS sniping that out. Rocker diving in the Cyclone to follow up, bringing them right back in.
There it was.
Kill and the Dragon for Allegiance.
MTS continues to press forward, and yeah, that's working out all right.
Working out all right. Doesn't get any better than that. Rocker committed. The trust that Allegiance has in each other is pristine, and already going in, sniping out the jungle of Veni Vidi Vici. Gonna try and grab a kill on Wasim to boot. Here comes the Wizard trying to stall it out. He walked in range of the Nature's Rally, trying to
So they got that objective,
realm.
instantly went into enemy jungle.
Not taking any towers though, and Allegiance. I love that you're doing this. I think it's great to invest in lane clear. Or jungle clear, but I would have also liked you to get some tower pressure during this time when you had all those players wiped.
Well, one thing that ALG has actually been sort of spotty on doing is they find a moment they're like, oh, now we take towers, and they make a big focus, but they're more than content to just build a really solid gold lead for themselves early.
And it's an investment thing, because if you...
Yo, that flash is godly, bro.
Jungle steal from then on.
Body blocking, fucking cleaning up kills.
See how all 4 of them are there doing that one red camp?
Yep.
However, this early on, towers still have the early game damage resistance.
Because XP goes between everyone in the vicinity.
Get a tower in time, and therefore they can focus instead on picking up some...
That crate needs to get that image. Exactly. And then Pure stuns. Stuns. There it is. There it is.
The follow in there as well. And the shot to go into
wow, baited.
That combo was absolutely disgusting. The Cyclone to pull everyone together.
Oh, wow, that crick is bad.
Still going to live, and then the Nature's Realm. Wasim is going to try and chase him down. Mistakes were made.
Yep.
More like McFly backeth away from the tower he's trying to retreat under. Because every single time he tried to make forward progress, there was a knockback. Not just MTS on the Superman, but also Rest, also Sleepy. They have so much in the way of repositioning tools, not just stuns, which they have plenty of, but proper repositioning, which makes it so hard to hold an angle. Well, between the Cyclone,
bro, they got level like
anywhere in these team fights, you try
fucking 8 versus 4s.
And the answer is just no.
Dude, look at that flash, bro.
Shut down up top. Rocker comes through alongside Sleepy. They've got the wave. Pressure top tower.
We are now looking at a 5K gold lead under 5 minutes. Wizard, that is the wrong neighborhood as the rest of the team is going on in, able to get him out. Ooh, almost finding the
break. She flickered? Yeah, she's flickered.
The combo with him and Sleepy, these two are the best mid lane combo in all of the Valor series, no question.
I was a little bit questioning, why aren't you going for towers? Well, now they feel they have enough control. Minion wave to go for towers, and they quite quickly pick up several of them. We're at 5 minutes, and they've already got 2 down.
Talk to us about this Superman, because again, I tried to start this off. Every time we try and talk about Superman, Rest decides it's time to fight. As Sleepy is going back in here as well, dodging out there. Rest, though, committing hard with the Redwood Rush. He's already used his ult. There's the flicker, and now MTS is going in as well. KO is joining in the fray, and this is what we're talking about. This is where Allegiance can make some big over-the-top mistakes. We do have the Nature's Rally there. The shock is going to totally whiff, but Rest and the rest of the team are still there. KO, what? Yeah, this is a very sloppy play from them.
That was just messy. Come on, Allegiance. I know you can beat Veni Vidi Vici. I know you're doing very, very well. But that does not mean you get to make mistakes like that. That does not mean MTS should be solo engaging V2.
It's definitely a bit of a misplay that, again, against a squad that was feeling a little bit more confident here. Rocker could have definitely punished that a little bit more. So watch for this here as this progresses, because if you find any footing, Rocker popping the ult, he's going to go in. Nice dodge with the stun is Rude, but KO and the rest of the crew.
Rocker lost track of Rude in the bush, who actually made a very smart play, doubling back to avoid that flying spear that was about to come through.
So we do see the jungle invade now from ALG. Wizard is going to be the target. Wasim, nice drone drop there, as well as the Mischief from Ninja, but there's the Cyclone pulling every person together, and that's just it. You might as well be playing, you know, foosball right now, because everyone's just getting knocked all over the place.
I don't think they play foosball the same way. It's not a contact sport, weirdly enough. There's pressure down here.
Yeah, we do play it differently.
There's pressure for this tower. Rocker should
Bro, how they push the tower and get the, like, the golems is, oh my god, so fucking.
They are in a rough position. There's still quite a few towers on the Dragon side of the map. However, on the Slayer side, Allegiance has been pushing in, no questions asked, realizing that the Ormar is the weak link in the composition right now, as we do have the Angelic Splendor coming in, so the split push is going to be ceased for now. However, they also have a Superman who does a very good job of that. The multi-split push potential of ALG is here as they're diving on the high ground. Wizard's going to be the target, the shock in the back. McFly nicely done, though, trying to split the team up, but not quite able to do so, as Rest is able to get himself out. Very low on HP. McFly trying to far forward. The lifesteal will be enough as well. Seam is going on the flank, trying to find MTS.
Rest is consistently kind of overvaluing the damage of the character, but his teammates are here.
Sleepy is there as well, though, walking a little bit too far forward, taking a lot of tower shots as KO. Almost actually going to fall right there.
They didn't have minions, they just tanked that tower.
They did.
You shouldn't be able to do that, but I suppose when you're 14-0, why not?
We are seeing the difference a little bit right now in the North American region. We are starting to see, you know, I talk about the hierarchy that is NA. Allegiance is showing why they are undefeated so far in the Valor series, and VVV, why they're near the bottom of the standings.
I really appreciate MTS running the Superman here. We'll have to talk about it later, because he's demonstrating why.
Okay.
I don't even know what happened right now.
Combo.
Start up the Nature's Realm, then put people into it.
That was absolutely huge.
Oh, okay.
Right back up there. There'll be the Redwood Rush to start things off. The Cyclone keeping everyone... The Cyclone slows everybody's down, keeps them in position, which means you're not going to miss any of these seeds with that Nature's Realm. They're pushing it onto the core right now. I asked for a 7-minute game. Looks like they'll deliver around 8:30.
McFly will go through, just threatening for now. Maybe if they can get the wave clear, they can forestall that for a moment, and indeed they can. Ninja, be careful not to play too far forward. They will.
See, like, I would chase that. I would chase that.
With Allegiance, so they weren't quite able to pick it up right there. However, if you look at the levels, level 8 on Wizard to level 13 on Rocker.
And just came out of spawn. You know that, like, you need that.
I'd like to highlight MTS, though. Again, I've tried to make this point several times.
We've tried to talk about Superman.
Superman is a character that has fallen out of meta, not because he's a bad character these days, but because I feel people didn't get a whole lot of practice on him while he was overpowered. He was always banned, and as a result, people don't realize how insanely powerful he is if you can make the connections.
And
Jimmy.
Seeing how good he is here, getting into that flight mode, Rude is trying to shut this down, but Superman is just able to, and they have so much displacement. Every single time, Rest has the Redwood Rush. We have the charge from Superman. You know, we have the speeding ball, everything, putting everyone together, and it's so tough to escape. They just keep pulling you on back.
And listen, I'll pick up the Dark Slayer as well. That should give them the Drake, and everything. They need to push down that final high ground, maybe that they need to complete the core. Because right now, it's just VVV holding on.
Yeah, the Drake is being summoned right now. The high ground tower already weak on the Slayer side. KO. Whew. Nice dodge there. They're going in. The heal is already being popped, but here we go. The Nature's Realm. Rude is getting absolutely chunked. The tower falls. Zero contention there. VVV needed to go in on that, but they weren't able to do it. Rocker stepping way too far forward right
there you
now.
go.
There's the shield, the Angelic Splitter as well to keep him alive. Now McFly is in really, really deep as MTS and Sleepy are crushing the backline. Wasim is just gone. And let's try this again. Oh, wait, there's no minions.
Ninja's here. He can clear wave as well if he plays this smart. I think he's completely walled off, though.
But that's going to be it. Third time's the charm. GG Allegiance take game number 1.
Bruh, that Slim's pick was godlike. Yeah, everybody left the chat. Banana left. Fucking Raven left.
Yeah.
Oh, I know there's someone else in here. Torito's still here.
Reading from my book of the preamble for Pledge of Allegiance, the preamble actually begins with, "In Rocker we trust."
The Pledge of Allegiance is not a book.
I can write whatever book I want.
Oh, all right.
Thank you.
Okay.
Allegiance walks away with a Game 1 victory over their opponent, Veni Vidi Vici. Welcome back to the desk with TJ the Blasphemous, as well as Inverum the Bold. Gentlemen, how are we feeling today?
I'm feeling blasphemous, apparently.
Feeling happier with my nickname.
Generally, I'm feeling pretty good because that was peak Allegiance. Except for that one fight where they kind of overvalued the power of Ybeneth. That was a consistent thing I think we saw Rest doing. Apart from that, we could see like theory crafting, gears turning in their heads, and that was really fun to see.
This was clearly a draft that they had wanted to try, or some variant of this. They're like, yeah, this is a good opportunity to try it out, which is what I like to see, because you need to be able to run it in a competitive environment. So nicely done from them.
So then the question becomes now, the viability of this composition moving forward.
I really like Ybeneth in support. And I know that's not what other regions skew towards. Typically, he is a very powerful side lane, but we see there a very defensive build on Ybeneth, and I think it really works, because you cannot really rely on him to be a devastating source of damage. However, if you build him like that, he can just take the damage and set up for your team.
Well, it helps a lot as well when everybody from Allegiance is firing on all cylinders. Our AT&T replays of the game, we've got two back-to-back show right from the start what happens when Rest and the rest of the team just claps.
Yeah, he's able to do that. Nature's Realm comes through and slows down the escape. Sleepy is there, and the Cyclone ensures they're going nowhere.
That was just incredible. The Cyclone to keep them locked down as the Nature's Realm rains destruction upon them. Just synergy like that. You just, and Wasim, he tried to get cheesy.
Watch how slowed he gets. So quickly, Rocker's just like, hey, stop, speeding ticket. And it's incredibly effective.
I don't think it was a speeding ticket. I think he just took him right to jail at that point in time, because he wasn't able to do anything. And now, and this is where things started to be getting fun.
MTS shoves back the.
They should have dove the.
Follow through with the Cyclone and all of
like they had Ybeneth low so many times, and they let Slim just fucking sit in the back and just spear them to death, bro.
I think this Ybeneth support pick accomplishes things in twofold. One, it shows its viability. It shows the possibility that it can create, especially with the CC that Ybeneth brings to the table. But more importantly, it shows what happens when you are at the right place at the right time, considering the fact that this strength, this success with Ybeneth was just as important with Rest playing him as it was in the Ybeneth himself.
And I think we can't forget that. It is Rest. It is one of the best support players in the world.
That is true. I mean, he did obviously make it look good. We'll see if that's a factor going into the second draft. But I agree. I actually like these tanky, heavy characters. The only reason I think that people really thought, oh,
not how you spell pure, but
as a side laner is because of his passive.
I'm just waiting for Tuesday when we have our production meeting, all of us meeting to get ready for week 6, and Sweej comes back and he goes, all right, guys, so what happened? And I can just see you being like, well, we had Ybeneth support. Wait, what? I'm waiting to see.
He'll just be angry because he follows GCS in the Asian leagues very, very heavily, and they don't run it. So He'll be upset that we're not following the
That's
Asian
wrong.
meta.
It's what's supposed to
I got crap for playing support in Venice, and I felt that's what he should be doing.
But I think for team play, not purely mathematically, but for team synergy, if you can make your Bennett work in a support role, that adds so much value.
I also think
it does add a ton of value.
If you have opportunities to pick Ibanez, to deny it from the enemy team in a lot of ways. If there is a draft phase, if there is a situation that makes sense where you're denying that away, it does give a couple things over, but it still allows for something of that flex.
Well, it also allows you to still run double side lane. That game benefited from the fact they were able to run Superman. Like, that is definitely a benefit to running them in the support, is just freeing up other slots.
Well, there's just so much weird synergies that happen there that any other team would not be able, like the pushing them back with Superman while they're in the Cyclone, all the while so that they can stay within the Nature's realm. Like, a handful of teams on Earth can pull that off.
Well, this time none of that will happen. Yabaneth is Yabaneth. He will be removed pretty quickly and understandably by Benny Vici.
So now it seems to be a Zenio that's taken off the board by Allegiance, and then the final Omen ban. So quite a few side lane bans that we have available, but now this.
Can you guys hear the broadcast?
I think they'll probably sit back on the sports, maybe go for something like a Marja to start this off.
Yeah. We frequently look for. We talk about the star players. We say, what are they going to play? You don't actually need to look to that. You need to look to the players who have a more limited hero pool. Because Rest is such a flexible support, don't worry about him. He'll play whatever. Instead, prioritize what you're running in side lane. What's working.
He's healing Superman. What the hell?
Maybe in this case, it's Superman.
I wonder if they're starting to realize that Superman's still pretty strong, and maybe it's time to.
Alright, well, I turned it up just a little bit, just in case.
Again, I still don't think that the Superman as a whole, while he is a first pick here, I do believe this is a comfort pick of Allegiance saying, hey, we want to try a Superman composition, so we're just going to pick it.
I agree 100%. That's exactly what's happening here. They want to play around with this hero, and they figure this is a great opportunity to get some practice in a competitive standing, or setting, I should say. So
you also have to think about, when you think about these different kind of compositions that Allegiance is going with, a rumor that's been going around is the fact that some of these North American teams are and that can be detrimental, especially as you're trying to get ready and get prepared for not only the regional finals, but the potential international competitions that are going to be happening at the end of the year. And so this kind of begs the question of, when does Allegiance actually get to try out new things and test its viability?
Marja will be threatened here alongside Mina. That could be very, very powerful as a duo, but instead they're locked for a Malik in the bot lane.
This does leave open now the Marja as a possibility for that second side laner.
We do see Mina making another appearance, which I think is, we have to talk about NA's love of Mina that other regions haven't really picked up on as yet. It's the ability for her to completely deny aggression, and so she's the perfect midpoint of being able to peel for your backline and also being able to set up crazy initiations.
I am not a Mina fan. I think Mina is objectively bad Grak, and I will stand to that opinion until. Actually, there's not really. That's just my opinion.
Well, that's nice. There's a
Ooh,
reason.
this just got locked.
Oh, hello.
Whoa, ALG.
All right, so we've got Zill and we've got Alistar. So.
All right.
Alistar has been picked once in the Valor series already.
Was drawn to fame.
Yep. Alistar has received buffs over the last few patches. And he is a character I've heard, similar to Azenka. For a long time, people have been like, maybe. Never more seriously than that, but that has been kind of the word on the street.
But to be fair, he looks sick.
Yeah, he does.
His armor is dope.
So, I understand. But I once again, never more seriously than a couple people staying up late and being like, we're going to run Alistar. Has anyone ever considered running Alistar?
I just picture in a former, much more devious life, the way that TJ is able to acquire this word on the street is him just with a giant overcoat of mobile phones.
Hey kids, what hero are we gonna be running this week?
You wanna buy a phone to play some Arena of Valor?
You wanna buy some skins?
It was 12:30 p.m. I'd been investigating the Alistar for 4 hours.
Kilgroth and Raz get locked in the meanwhile for Benny Vici.
Not really sure about this overall Allegiance composition. They've got an Alice as well. Okay. Sure.
Okay.
Run Alice, and then your double mage makes sense.
But so it's Zill side lane is what I'm feeling with
yeah,
this?
Okay. Zill jungle.
No.
Zill jungle.
No, not Zill jungle, Zill side lane.
Zill jungle.
No, it's Zill
Wisp side lane.
What?
Maybe. This is what I've seen. This is yes, it should.
Are you withholding?
Except that it's not.
Are you withholding some internal scrim knowledge that we don't know? Because you're saying maybe. Have you been theory crafting again?
I said I'd never do that again. I quit theory crafting, and it's just as good because the rest of the draft comes through. I assume. Here is what I'm seeing. This will be Wisp jungle, Zill side lane, or Zill side lane, or Zill jungle. Either way, they can swap back and forth. The Joker will be your support. The Alistair will be your mid lane, and your top lane presumably will be your Superman.
Yeah, I agree.
Let me say this: if Allegiants are going to drop a game, it's this one.
It's this one.
Because I don't know what this is. I have no idea.
So Batman gets locked in as well.
Wisp jungle.
Wait. No, rest. What are you doing? Settle.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait. We're gonna wait until these get locked in.
Wisp jungle.
It's Wisp jungle.
Okay. Deep breath. Because it used to be Zill jungle was a thing. We saw that occasionally recently in some overseas leagues.
Excuse me.
I was like, maybe. But no, Rocker will be running the Wisp. That gives them a lot of CC and defensive abilities at that. This entire team is all about defensive punish to engage coming presumably from MTS.
So we've seen support Joker before.
Yes,
this has been
Joker,
something.
sure, it's fine.
This is something we're gonna get confirmation on what is exactly happening and who is playing which specific one. In the meanwhile, the shenanigans aside.
This is completely thrown you off.
Actually, it is. It's completely thrown me off. I don't know what to think about it. My mind is just like
They're playing Alice
concaving on itself. But it's okay because I can fix my mind because we can go to the website
for that.
ValorSeriesEsports.com. It can allow you to fix the jumbles in your mind by reviewing everything that has happened in Valor Series thus far, as well as checking out anything that is to come, schedules, standings, the like. I know you like that segue. In the meanwhile, what are we doing?
North America.
Okay. MTS is going to scoop, and then the Alistair is there for the punish. And that is how that works in my head. They have a lot of close-range damage. You have the scoop of MTS's Superman, and then you have the follow-up of the chase coming from that Zill.
All right, for clarification, for the delight that has been our jumbled minds, Alistar is being played by Rest. So it's Alistar support.
No.
Yes. Surprise!
I don't want to cast anymore. Help. I don't.
So either way, so Alistair support. Okay. He's got lockdown. He's got good zone control.
Is Zill mid? I guess Zill's mid.
No, I guess it's.
All right, you know what?
We'll find out.
We're done theory crafting. Let's actually see what happens on the battlefield. It's our last game of the day, match number 2. Game 2, Allegiance finds themselves a win, but now they have found themselves with a unique composition against Benny Vidi Vici. Let's see what happens.
I'm looking forward to seeing this Batman play right now.
Oh, he's got that flicker placement just in time there. Little Triquetra coming out on that.
Joker mid. Superman bot lane. Roam Wisp.
No,
Alistair.
Jungle Wisp.
Jungle Wisp roaming. Roam Alistair.
Yeah. A lot of CC there. I don't dislike this from Rocker. Rocker's actually played the Wisp before. This is the one they pulled this out. So I don't actually hate this. Oh, look at that. Ninja's actually going to start. Like, theoretically, I actually get Alistair as a support because he has so much CC, like big area control CC. If we go back to mid right now, this fight is breaking out. Aggress is actually going to be the target right now as we pull back in. But look, he can just put a wall down. He can just make
You shall not pass.
It's literally that.
Sure. Once he gets Magic Prison, that's going to be a devastating interrupt. Alistair's also getting presumably buffed in the next patch if the patch notes remain the same across regions, so maybe this is them preparing for the future.
I also love the fact that MTS is resetting this jungle, not allowing Batman to steal this out so that when Rocker gets back in time, they can actually do that. As KO is going in right now, diving underneath the tower. That is going to be first blood. The tornado is there, and he's just... doesn't even have it yet. What am I saying? He's not even level 4!
Rest may be in trouble. Here's the pressure coming out.
Oh, Batman's dead. Batman's dead. Yep, Batman's dead. Told you.
That is a beautiful follow-up there from Rest. top tier Alistair play, and I say that unironically.
Hold up, he had to check his watch.
Yeah.
Wow, Rez is going in.
Through the jungle. Okay, I want to see this build on Rest develop. I don't know what it's gonna be. We're too early on so far. It's just a support item and boots. There's not really a whole lot that can be divined from that. But I actually really want VVV to win this game, just so we get the longest time possible for me to see what Rest is thinking.
Well, if this keeps up right now, with their up already 1,000 gold at the 2-minute mark, don't look like we're going to be seeing a particularly fast game.
Interesting. We talked about just the support item, but normally you buy Windstone.
Wow, Superman. Wow. Wow. What the fuck? Dude, did you see that Superman on Malik right now?
Which gives you laning support.
He literally tower stunned him.
The way Wizards playing this out right now, he's not really doing a whole lot of roaming. But the all of allegiances right now as they're collapsing onto the Spirit Sentinel. Sleepy is there with the canned laughter. Now McFly is going to be the target as KO's going to try and follow up on this. However, they are able to escape. And McFly was able to snipe out the buff there from the Spirit Sentinel.
Not a bad start from Henny Vidivici. The problem is they had a bad start to their decent start in the early game. Already down 3 kills. The gold lead is not insurmountable, but significant.
It's going to be tough to overcome right now, especially if KO and Rez continue to push towers like this. The Dragon is going to be up in another minute here, so watch them look to rotate down towards that here. As all of VVV is looking to collapse right now, Wasima's on the flank. Watch for Batman McFly already, though, is down. However, Rez is going to be the target.
Oh.
Nicely done there.
Wow. Oh my god, look at this Rez.
Nice pick up there from Ninja, who might have gone too far, though. He needs to not overextend. There's the death scythe as well onto KO, and that is going to be an additional kill. Nice double kill for VVV.
But bot lane this entire time, Rude has been being bullied. Rocker and MTS have been shoving him out of lane. And now he has to just back up in order to stay sane.
Just needs to reset a little bit. However, Ninja, there is a reason that you ban this Raz against him because he is so darn good on that hero.
And it was a great combo with Wasim running the Batman, able to get that big AoE damage on the Caped Crusader ultimate, instantly doing massive. Like,
I don't understand why that Vera ran from the Joker. She clearly had an HP advantage unless she doesn't do enough damage.
Ripped apart. His health bar was just gone in an instant there. But we do.
Malik is getting bullied by that Superman. I hope this gives Jimmy ideas.
Range here, not wanting it to leash too far, keeping it inside that crucial zone. They are going to pull it out now. Wizard is going to be the target. Look at Sleepy, able to dish out, try and find the snipe there, setting up for the shock and awe of Rocker. There's the taunt in the back, though, but going in way too deep in the ultimate form Rest to get him down there, and that is going to be a triple kill.
These Alistair stuns are actually pretty
really
gross.
There's the tornado as well.
Oh my goodness, bro, that.
Okay. Hurry! He's stuck resetting underneath the tower, but it's fine. He's got enough HP.
Wait, that's not Kilgrave, that's Zill.
Not sold on the Alistair, obviously. But I think it does really help because they have the potential to stun up constantly, which is something I look for in supports. You want CC. The problem is they're going to be missing frontline tankiness, so it is all on that CC and great placement of it.
Yeah, we do see sort of two styles of support. Either see these tanks who are able to be out of their body in the front line, or we see more squishy mage-esque supports. We'll see how this is played out here. Dragon needs to be picked up here from Rocker. He is going to be able to do so. We do have the shot going in, finding 3 members there. Rest is going to get chunked down, so nice pickup there. However, Wasim has gone way too far. Rocker, though, committing to that. His ult, or his passive is going to go off, though.
Oh, look at this Superman.
And that is going to be, no follow-up there from Sleepy as MTS.
Look at this Superman, bro.
Maybe he's still chasing. He does have canned laughter. KO's rotating through. This is really dangerous.
This is a tough spot to be in as MTS is continuing the chase, and he's going to.
Bro, look at this Superman.
Is able to escape.
I thought for a moment their avarice may have been their undoing, but ALG stabilize. And actually, this is going to be a couple towers as well.
Sleepy, playing this marksman mid right now. At least McFly is going to look to try and trade towers right now, able to do so up top. So nicely done there from him, utilizing this kill growth to be a split-pushing machine.
Rocker will go back to jungling for the time being. Can we do the Rest build update? How are we doing? Oh, Phoenix tier, sick. So he's building a mage build after getting a support item. That's just what he's doing.
The dodge on the death side too. He's going to drop the wall. Wasim's going to follow up right now. However, Sleepy is going to
Batman's dead.
After to follow up under the prison. Wasim is going to drop. Nicely done. And the stun. There we go. Going in. Rest is getting pulled right on back. Able to juggle the aggro though as ALG as Rocker rains death from above.
Okay.
Nicely done.
Alistair's just too much.
The second stupidest thing I've ever seen ALG do. But they have enough to make it happen.
I have to ask what the first was.
We don't talk about their AWC appearance versus Korea.
Fair enough.
Okay.
They fly?
Oh! If he'd checked that bush with the wind blades, that would have been over.
Would have been awkward, let's put it that way. But I have to say, nicely done there for BBV to split push. And actually able to get value out of it too. And McFly, he's actually doing a pretty good job farming right now. He's one of the most farmed on the team. As all the members are going in, there's going to be the shock finding Resto. That is the target.
That's a rat.
And so much damage actually coming through, but Sleepy is on the back. And MTS is knocking everybody everywhere. MTS, leave him alone! And Sleepy is going to fall, but MTS is just an absolute monster.
This is disgusting!
First pick Batman, first pick Superman for a reason.
This is legitimately
This
close.
is so...
His team just got wiped, and he was the player who won the fight. That was literally just MTS getting all those kills. Nobody else contributed.
He just score-lorded to stop the charge. Oh, that was funny. McFly, who now doesn't have his ult up, so this is going to be... Oh, MTS missed. After we do so...
Thank God.
After we praise
Batman, OP,
MTS,
bro.
Fun statistic, currently responsible for 7 kills. Counting 5 assists and 0 deaths for the rest of his scoreline.
The Man of Steel.
I at least platinum at this point. He's been dominating.
The Man of Conqueror? Is that how it works?
Sure.
That's what we're gonna go with.
Oh, that Zeal's gone. Oh, Alistair, come on, bro.
McFly says, I don't want to be pushed back. I'm going to spend the ultimate literally to avoid you. And I think it's a really good investment. I think that's smart.
I mean, what does that say about a person? It's like, I'm going to commit my ult just to avoid you. What does that say about you?
It says they don't really like MTS.
I mean, to be fair, the way this game is going, you can't blame them. As Wasim is going to be on the flank right now, finding rest right there. The ult's going to try and go in. There's the flicker to escape.
Smart, Batman. Good job.
This support Alistair is not working
Rest,
super
your build's still stupid. I don't care how well your team does. This is stupid. But
Sleepy is gonna
bro, that Raz.
Yeah, the problem is, even though Rest is playing with a fun experiment on Alistair, and it's definitely not going well, the rest of ALG is having a great time.
They are having a blast right now. Also having a blast is Rocker in the mid right now, getting absolutely picked apart.
It's
MTS is going to try and come in here. We do have the Dark Dominion, so that was exactly what they needed. The taunt is going to be there to try and secure this. He'll pick up the kill on Rocker. That was big there for VVV.
He's not leaving, though. He's doubling back because he's got KO nearby.
That might be a slight overstep, though, as the Cleave's not going to connect the death sight from Wizard. Watch for that as well. Rest is going to be here to back him up as the Dragon is spawned.
Bro, why isn't Jimmy that good with Superman? What the heck?
Just hit that 10-minute mark. And just for reference, Allegiance have 22 kills.
That's a lot of kills.
Thanks for your analysis.
That's a lot of kills. That's a lot of kills. For context, ALG walked away in their game last week against Round of Fame with 31 kills at the 12-minute mark. They're going to look to repeat that again here with 22 kills versus 10. This game has been a bloodbath.
Yeah, and ALG definitely are struggling a little bit more, I think mostly due to that Alistair, which is not working. But they also have MTS, who is working very hard.
Jimmy said, he said Superman sucks now. He is unplayable. I don't use him no more.
He is going to get try and picked up there, but on the flank, KO is here, ripping them apart.
Oh my god. Oh my god, bro.
Getting absolutely chunked. Wasim decided
look at this Superman. Bro, this is not even fair.
Maybe he just didn't feel he could contribute to the fight, so he'll back off. Either way, VVV frankly shouldn't have taken the fight because they had 2 players low and split, but I'm not sure what choice they had in the matter. Had they lurked a little longer, MTS would have arrived.
We are starting to see 3K crits coming out now, consistently from Rocker, so that's scary.
Rocker is a Wisp main, apparently. Rocker's always done this, though. Back when he made Morin work, he just picks a undervalued DPS ranged character and just plays it well.
Well, to be fair, once you have marksman mechanics, you have marksman mechanics, so they do transfer over here pretty well. As MTS
that Rance, no, he can't.
Into a bush right now. As Sleepy is here, all the rest of ALG are going to look to come in right now. Wizard needs to be careful because he's gone. He's just oh, he barely survives. There's a shock trying to find Rocker in the back. Is Ruben instantaneous prison coming in from Rest the Can Laughter as well. Rest is going to be the target as we do see the invade onto the back right now. So this is actually some nice damage coming through. BBB actually able to pick up a kill there, trading out, and Rest is so low. But up in the top, we do have Zill doing work, taking down McFly.
Great defensive play to keep Rest alive. Now, though, they're in grave danger as KO should fall.
KO doing something a little bit sassy there, not working out for him. However, the split push from ALG is real as they're pushing in all 3 lanes simultaneously. Their overall macro here is massive as they're able to take 2 high ground towers in unison.
And that may be the core properly under threat. About 6 seconds on most of the respawns for the team. Only 1 high ground tower remains.
They're going to look to take that down right now. Rest, though, with the prison. Ninja needs to be careful. One more attack on the Rest. Can they fight?
Oh,
I like how
God,
they chose to leave, but he said, nah, we're committing at this point.
We're committing, and they're going in right now as Rocker is there, but MTS pushing them out of range. The shock, though, and that is actually going to be the kill, picking up Rocker, not respecting the death timers of VVV. ALG getting picked up there, and that is the hold for VVV.
That absolutely was disrespect from ALG. They thought they could take a 3v5, and ALG reminded them, it doesn't matter how good the Superman is, the reason he's sort of fallen off is because there is so much control in the meta right now. If you hard commit to a team fight, you're going to get slowed out of flight mode.
That's what we saw there, not able to continue those pushes like we've seen so much so far in this game as the invade's going in. Wasim is going to be the mobile ward right now. Trying to pick up Rest here. They do find him. There's the prison, though. That is going to be gone. Rest as well is going to be the sacrificial lamb as all the members of VVV are piling in. I cannot believe Rest is still alive, but somehow that is the case. Just a little bit longer. The shock does eventually pick him up, and now KO is actually up against McFly there, not able to do so. So a beautiful pickup as MTS is about to rejoin.
Rude hard committed just to kill Rest, which, you know, I appreciate. If they're going to be silly and play Alistair versus you, make them feel the pain for it. In the meantime, VVV overall win that fight, I would say, just because they stall out, live another day, but they do still lose a player from it, and now need to play very cautious, manage wave very cleverly.
Well, ILG is deciding that they want to increase their overall kill records. We are now at 32 kills. So far in this game.
I misspoke earlier. This Alistair build is actually not a mage build, it's just pure CDR. He's just building for cooldown reduction as the Aegis comes through. Now it's mostly defensive. He hasn't finished that Phoenix Tear into an Orb of Magi or sold it for a different item, but I imagine that will come soon.
So watch for that as well as we keep an eye on the support character here. Obviously not something we're used to seeing, and we're being demonstrated why. VVV's actually been doing a pretty good job so far in this game of identifying the key targets as the fight is breaking out. Now there's the shock connecting onto all 3 as Wizard is actually going to survive this game. The rest get picked up. Rocker now can be the targets. This is actually ALG in a very rough spot. Great focus fire for VVV. And Sleepy's going to fall as well.
ALG, has your avarice finally got the best of you? You opt to run an Alice. Nope, okay, never mind. MTS.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Players Rude get pushed back onto the tower. Finished up there as KO's taking the rest together. And that.
Oh my god, bro.
Did you think for a moment I had an
Yo, that's Superman and Zeal with the cleanup.
Because then the rest of their team arrived, notably the 2 people playing not silly characters. Now, as they escort the wave in, they have a chance at core, actually, within the next 25 seconds. It'll only be Wizard and Ninja up to defend.
4 seconds left on Wizard, but he will have that Dark Dominion. I would prefer MTS to do exactly what he's doing right now, which is clear out this wave and allow them to get the last high ground tower and those super duper minions, as you like to call them.
I like to call them super duper uber minions, but if you want to just abbreviate that to super duper minions, that's fine.
Good. I'm glad. That's what I'm going to do here. As we have the Dark Slayer now going to be a potential point of contention on the map. The Enraged Abyssal Dragon as well, spawning in 30 seconds. 37 kills to 20 so far in this game. 57 kills. I believe this is the highest kill game we have seen yet in the Valor series. I could be wrong on that, but I think that'll be fun to check.
I think it's not over yet because it's going to require at least 5 more, and they may be finding them.
They find
bro, that Alistair,
is not invisible, and therefore a target for a great pickup there from Rest and the crew as they instantly turn towards this Dark Slayer. They want to end this game.
They're going to get to 40 kills. It's almost guaranteed.
They're going to do so. I mean, Dark Slayer falls. 4 members left alive for VVV, standing between Allegiance and the core. They're going to look to push down this final wave. They're going to have the Drake to allow them to do so. As Rocker is going to push down mid. We do have KO pushing down the Dragon side here. KO, again, somebody I wanted to see more from in this game. His Zill has been absolutely monstrous, creating the space for his team to pick up as well the Enraged Abyssal Dragon.
Yeah, it'll take them a while because they have that debuff. They do literally half as much damage to the Dragon as they do otherwise, but they'll now pick it up, and with both buffs in hand, ALG are all but guaranteed the game.
This is going to be a very tough hold. I would say the toughest hold for VVV right now, as they are down almost 10k gold in the late game. Rude is getting chunked to start this fight. Watch how hard Rocker crits. Rude is going to walk right in.
That's it.
The talk is there, but Rocker's going to survive the flank from Wasim, trying to pick him up. Wasim able to do so. Nicely done.
Get the Mina.
The tornado's going in, chaining everyone together. McFly sitting in the core saying, that's it, GG, that's all she wrote. Game number 2 is going to Allegiance.
Bro, that Alistair Superman combo is dumb. Like, you literally could not escape, bro.
At the end of the day, Allegiance wonky composition walks away with
the Superman bullied the
over their opponent
fuck out your boy
in our last match of the day. Welcome back to the desk, ladies and gentlemen. That has been quite a wild ride that we have taken ourselves upon with Allegiance. My name is Jump. Of course, I've been joined here all day with Invirum as well as TJ. Are you okay, sir?
Is that what you do every week?
Yeah.
Is that what it?
Yeah.
Is that what it's like every
week?
It is.
Did
they just run Alistair?
No.
No, it happened.
It did happen.
It did indeed. We can take a look at the scoreboard and see it was
24 assists.
3 kills in that game.
That has to be a record. That has to be a record.
It is.
It is.
It is a record.
Yeah.
That is the most.
12, 1, 11, 12, 4, and 13.
That is
in
incredible.
one game.
And that wasn't even that long. Was that sub 20 minutes?
It was.
I'd like to point out Rest, of course, responsible for 7 of his team's death, but also 24 of his team's assists. His build is ridiculous, as is the Alistair pick. He tries to make the character tanky, I guess, and does take 30% of the team's damage. The problem is it doesn't matter what high percentage of the team's damage you're taking if you're dying whilst doing it.
This is true indeed, as now we find ourselves at the conclusion of this match. Allegiance have found themselves, quite some interesting spots, and we actually have our AT&T replays of the game that show the delight that is everything Allegiance. Now, they did not win the beginning of this fight, but, when friends show up, good things happen.
Yeah, VVV press forward. Rude, a consistent shining light for them, but MTS does this, and it is truly disgusting. Watch what he does to Rude now, because I have no words for it other than rude. He's just able to constantly reset that flight mode and push Rude further and further away from Sanctuary until, well, this kill comes through.
It was one of those moments where you saw the Superman. It was push back, walk back, run in a circle.
It's just a little
push
circle.
Back,
yeah, he just does
run
this.
back in a circle. Push back, and it was just rinse and repeat, and there was nothing that VVV could do.
Yeah, Superman, one of the reasons we don't see so much of him is it's easier these days to shut him down with good CC. If you're able to land your stuns, your slows, Superman's not nearly as effective. But, flip side to that, if you don't land your stuns, if you don't land your CC, Superman will do that, and that's why I've been on the Superman train for a while.
It's true.
It was really impressive because it showed that at the end of the day, MTS is still MTS, and you give him a hero that he can make plays on, and it's silly.
It is. And we have to give ourselves an MVP. Of course we have to give ourselves an MVP, and what better person to give it to than the one that was disgustingly great in both of his games? It's going to be none other than that Superman player himself. MTS is going to walk away. It was just
fly away.
Just going to fly away, little bird, or plane, or Superman, one of the above.
I like because you did the it's a bird, it's a plane, but you did that, and I see what you did.
But realistically, all memes aside about the Superman, he was able to constantly perform. We have dubbed him one of the most improved, if not the most improved player on the Allegiance roster in Season 2, now earning himself his second, I believe, MVP of the regular season.
MTS at the AWC was not nearly this impressive. He definitely went home after North America's sound defeat versus Korea and said, let's not make that happen again.
I mean, sometimes it takes a loss to really reset you and go, no, I need to shake this off. I need to come back stronger. You talk about hunger. We talk about the hunger the Tribe has. I feel like as much hunger as Tribe has, MTS has that too. Like a team's worth in one player. This guy grinds the game like no one else, and it shows every single game.
Well, gentlemen, that is going to conclude our matches for the day. It has been quite the slew that we have put ourselves through. We see Tribe Gaming and Allegiance walk away with 2 2-0s. over their opponents Kranis and Veni Vidi Vici respectively. Then checking out to see where that pans out. Allegiance 14-0.
Do you think they go the season undefeated?
Unless Tribe pulls out something ridiculous, then yes.
Yeah, it's been quite the battle. Now checking over to the other regions where we have had the excitement. Europe, we saw Nova sit themselves at 10-2, though Bubble Team and Dead Rabbits aren't as far behind as you might think.
Bubble Team are in high gear now, particularly with the addition of Rez. This is a team that absolutely can challenge Nova. Remember, the previous edition of Bubble Team, the much more shaky edition of Bubble Team, are one of the few teams that has consistently challenged Nova and taken games off of them.
I think the 3-4 spot is truly anyone's game. Dead Rabbits, Queso Existence Alliance, any single one of these teams could take 3-4.
Now the best part about it is they don't actually end up playing until week number 7. Woo! So it's gonna have to be...
That's gonna be dramatic.
It's gonna have to be other teams in the regions that knock them down so they have an opportunity to get first. Now, moving on though to Latin America, Geo Esports walked away with a 2-0 victory today, 10-2, but not far behind again is Pain Gaming, who sits at 4 losses, followed by Nova and Assassin's Creed with 5 and 7 respectively.
I can't wait for that region to continue developing. Nova, of course, now claiming that second slot. We've had the narrative for a while that they're kind of guaranteeing their place in the finals, proving they do belong in that top tier. I would say Pain Gaming need to watch out now because they've been dropping, and Nova have done nothing but rise.
Yeah, Pain Gaming definitely need to crack the whip a little bit and make sure that they're keeping up the practice because, as you say, Nova is definitely improving. They've put on some fantastic shows, and these roster swaps, too, have definitely been looking pretty good for them.
Yeah, we're going to have to see how those roster swaps and how these players are really going to start to fit and synergize in with their players. Day 1 is done, but that doesn't mean week number 5 of the Valor Series is over by any means. Taking a look at the schedule for tomorrow, we've got Dead Rabbits versus Alliance. As
Dead Rabbits.
Day, but another one that I'm excited to see is going to
Team Castle
versus Pain Gaming over in Latin America.
I'm very excited as well for Team Castle
Yo,
versus
Joe.
Nova.
What's up?
Sounds silly because Team Queso
Yeah, watch that Twitter video. You know who FaZe Banks is?
However,
yeah.
Team Queso
Well, his girlfriend was like taking a fucking video of like her and her dog in her bed, and then all of a sudden he starts raging at Fortnite, and you go look at her fucking face. It's funny as shit.
Perform tomorrow. I want to see them step up and demonstrate what they can.
I agree. I feel like there's a lot of individually good players on this team. We've been talking about synergy the whole season. If this is the time where it finally clicks, maybe they, are able to compete. I'm also looking forward to Toxic up against Tribe as our last game of the day because Toxic's been a team that's been on a great trajectory, improving every single week, but we saw how good Tribe looked today. So we'll see going up against a true test in them how well Toxic performs.
Well, it's test after test as teams are looking to make sure that they put themselves in the top 4 for the regional finals in Sao Paulo in November. Don't forget, if you want to check out any of the action that has happened or that will happen in the Valor Series, make sure you head on over to our website. That's www.valorseriesEsports.com. You can check out all the action, all the excitement, as well as some beautiful content that you will have off the site. Now, that is going to do it for day number 1. We have had everything from rock memes to crushed dreams. It has been a delight to start the second half of the regular season for Season 2 of the Valor Series. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. We will be back tomorrow bright and early for more matches with Latin America, Europe, and North America.
Awesome. This is awesome to watch. I might start watching League tournaments again, bro. So what's going to happen right now is I'm getting ready to play Arena of Valor. I want to cut this off so that way it's on video so people can watch it. There'll be no music or anything like that. Just us talking and, a couple of dumb things being said and done. But let me restart the stream and I'm coming back to play Arena. So if you're down, let me know. If you want to join Discord, please join Discord. And !Discord will simply do that for you. And once you hit that link, you can come in here and chat and you can play, man. I mean, most of us are silver and gold right now, but we're going to be working on that, alright? So I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it.